For as long as you can remember, legends have been told about the derelict mansion upon the hill that casts a blanket of darkness over the town. The history of the house... Shut the fuck up. The history of the house itself is virtually unknown, and even the town's oldest residents cannot remember the mansion's origin. Being an avid history enthusiast, you embark upon the mountain to visit the manor, hoping to shed some light on the backstory of this crumbling portal of darkness. So what are we playing today, Shaq? Introduce this lovely game.
Well, we thought, since everyone's fucking terrified of coronavirus, that we'd talk about some horror movies. No, we just thought we'd talk about horror movies because why the fuck not?
Yes.
We've recently seen a few horror movies. We're big horror fans, and I'm in the middle of writing a big fucking video essay that might be in multiple parts about modern horror movies. So we were like, let's just do that. So we're gonna play Spooky's Jumpscare Mansion, or Spooky's House of Jumpscares.
There's two names.
There's Spookies. We're gonna play Spooky, and to begin with, we're gonna talk about the industrious mind of Jason Blum, because we've recently seen The Invisible Man.
Yes.
Which was a surprisingly good Blumhouse movie.
And
Blumhouse pretty much put out almost exclusively horror.
Yes.
There's some exceptions which we'll talk about, but we thought a good place to start would be to talk about Blumhouse as a company and the things they've put out. Because I guess they're probably the most iconic company related to modern horror now.
At this point, yeah, they are a horror company. I think we're going to make this into like a multiple part series where we'll
we're hoping to get through the game, I think.
Yeah, or maybe play some other games as well.
Yeah,
and then like how many parts do I decide to split up into, because horror is a big subject, so...
Yes.
Yes!
Well, it keeps updating itself as they keep putting out movies.
Yeah.
So, how many jump scares do you reckon will be in this movie? Mansion.
I'm predicting 57.
Oh, specific.
Yeah, I could be wrong. But I don't think I will be.
I don't know if we're going to get through the whole thing, but we'll see.
We'll see. We'll see how many we
We might come back to it next time we talk about horror. We came back to Minecraft. This could be a part 2.
Yeah.
Spooky Boogaloo.
Well, I'm already scared already, so let's give it a go.
We're going to press Enter. I guess, new game?
Yes.
WASD.
Move. Arrow keys. Okay.
This is move. This is look.
Use weapon, left click.
Activate. All space is do something. Shift is sprint. Left click is use weapon. Cool. Oh.
Interesting.
I am Spooky.
Oh my god!
Hey, Spooky.
You don't look that spooky.
This is my home. Can you, humble player, make it through 1,000
Nice place.
Maybe.
find what lies at the end? Or is there even an end? Because I don't really know. Anyway, just go.
Where are you going? Interesting. So,
I guess we go through the door.
yeah. The scary door. Room 1. Oh my god, that's 1.
Genuinely got me. Cute.
I'm gonna write.
It looks like a waffle.
I'm gonna tally how many jump scares. Oh, it does.
It's got the same vibe.
I'm gonna tally
Everyone.
every jump scare.
I'm not.
Hopefully we get
Because
57.
everyone I'm going to impose the waffle on. I was like, well, that's a lot of editing. I'm not going to do that. This one, I'm going to put the waffle on. Looks like it's flipping me off from the back.
It does a little bit. Really fat hand. So the target's 57. Hopefully we get 57. Fuck's sake.
I mean, it's probably not going to do it all the time, right?
No, but I'm still.
I guess we should start talking.
Yeah, it might give us a bit of lift our spirits a little bit. So, Shaq, tell me. What's your main thing about horror? What do you like about horror? Tell me.
What do I like about it in like general? Like
yeah, I guess what's the selling point? I think that horror is subjective in some ways. I think, depending on what your
which one, left or right?
Comforts are. Right. Yeah, I think it depends, like, what kind of what makes you uncomfortable is horror. What makes you generally like, ugh.
Horror as a concept, I mean, is a much harder thing to define.
Yeah, yeah. I can
be like, I sat through Star Wars Rise of Skywalker the other day, and it was horrific. The experience was horror to me. Someone could be like, hey, you know that movie plan you have, guys? And we'll be like, yeah. And they'll be like, Ryan Johnson's gonna help you with it. And we'll be like, oh my god, the horror.
Marlon Brando on them. I'm gonna let you choose the store.
We'll keep going right.
Yeah.
Can't be wrong if you go right.
There's a draw.
Gotta start speeding up. Keep it going right.
Yeah, I've never been... oh my god!
And kinda got me.
I've never been a big...
fuck you, Spooky.
fan of horror, or I never was originally, because all the horror I was exposed to was this mainstream jump scare bullshit, and I was like...
maybe we should be keeping tally of the rooms to make sure we're not going backwards.
Oh yeah, I'll keep it down.
I know, it's 22. That's a nice bed.
But I've always been like... I just never wanted to watch them because they're all very formulaic, and there's no... I don't know, there's nothing really tangible about them because they're all the same. There's jump scare. There's nothing really makes you uncomfortable. I think an effective horror film is something that genuinely does scare you in its own right. I guess a good starting point would be from here. My favourite film... horror. Oh, that's a very small door. 27. My favourite horror movie is The Shining. It's probably my favourite movie of all time. I mean, it's uncomfortable, psychological, very surreal experience. I generally think it's probably one of the best films of our town. That's what it is.
It's
every
probably
town.
One of the best films of our town.
Our town.
If we tallied everyone in the town, what horrors do you like?
Yeah, I'd say The Shining it's really hard to explain The Shining. That's why I think it's so interesting. The camera work is
At first this place just seemed cute, but I've been here for days now. I'm feeling quite parched now, and I keep getting this feeling like I am being watched by something. This is not romantic at all!
Oh look, it's
enjoyable.
A baby. Baby.
Is that the Ice Age baby?
Goodbye. It looked like Binding of Isaac, baby.
Ooh. But yeah, I've always been quite creeped out by the camera work in that film, by Jack Nicholson's performance, which is mwah. I was doing an Italian kiss thing.
Yeah, it doesn't translate.
No, it doesn't. But the eeriness, the music, the actual hotel itself in the film, there's just so much to really unpack with that film, and I think that's why that film was the first film that genuinely made me feel so uncomfortable and scared. So I guess that's a good place to start. We're on room 40. We've been moving quite briskly.
And I would say the exact same thing about Blumhouse's Truth or Dare, which is the best horror movie of all time. Apart from maybe Blumhouse's Fantasy Island.
Oh yeah, that's a hard one to beat. That's a very hard one to beat.
Please kill modern horror.
Oh my god.
Didn't even really get me that time.
No, I'm still counting it.
Your jump made me do it. When we get to 50, we can switch.
I mean, Blumhouse is the biggest, kind of most financially...
I have a lot of respect for Jason Blum as a person and his business plan.
I think he's good because he gives a lot of directors and filmmakers the right to do whatever the fuck
they want. I mean, it's basically the A24 model, but with horror. Can't really knock that apart from it puts out a lot of garbage. But there's been some relatively good Blumhouse films too.
Yeah, I mean, we love Happy Death Day.
We do.
And the sequel, which is fucking brilliant. It's not so much... I mean, the first one's kind of a horror, but it's kind of a black comedy as well. The second one's like a sci-fi comedy. By the way, I like that. Very waffly.
I know something is following me, but I feel like I am prancing through the same rooms over and over. Hopefully leaving notes as breadcrumbs will prove I am making progress and reaching some destination. I just hope I don't run out of ink. I am dreadfully thirsty.
I think it's moving, if you look around. Yeah. Going down.
Yeah. On with Happy Death Day.
I'm going to look up, because we did have a list of really good Blumhouse movies before. I remember sending them to you when we were talking about Blumhouse.
Yeah.
But now I can't remember any of them. It's really awkward.
It's very... The Happy Death Day movies are not necessarily horror, but, you know, they're...
The first one's definitely...
Yeah. The second one maybe
horror.
not so much. But what I really like about those movies... Oh. Resident Evil.
Going through the... I think it was probably an homage.
Yeah.
It looked like it was an homage. Nah, come on, you'll be fine. Sam's not looking at the screen, guys.
No, I'm a poopy, scaredy, poopy
Sam's
pants.
pussying out because he's scared of fucking cardboard cutouts, guys.
Yeah.
Sam looks like this guy.
Jessica Roth, who stars in those movies, is probably one of the most underrated actresses ever, and she needs more work. Give Jessica Roth more work. She's brilliant.
Give Jessica Roth my number. I mean, more work.
Oh, I'll have... Yeah, if you got a number. Jessica, if you're listening, I know you're kind of getting married, but...
We forgive you, Jessica. It's the same joke we made in the first episode. Can't remember who it was about.
I can.
Yeah. Just keep having running jokes. You just keep coming back to.
Oh, it's a candle.
And you can't do anything with it.
I know, I like looking at it.
Kill me.
But yeah, those movies are great. Blumhouse do have a lot of like, you said the model's great, and they take they give directors a lot of freedom, and I do respect them for that.
Tooth Fairy.
Is that the one with Dwayne Johnson?
Yes.
What?
And Stephen Merchant.
Oh my god.
That's what made Fighting with My Family happen.
Do you think?
If it wasn't for... No, he said it. Stephen Merchant said it in an interview.
Oh, because he met
It
him.
was the only time... Well, yeah. And then he was talking to him about wrestling, and that's when he learned about Paige's story, and that's when he then decided to watch that documentary.
Oh, that's really cool.
So if we never got the garbage that was Tooth Fairy, we never would have got the keynote that was Fighting with My Family.
That's crazy.
Sometimes, why do we fall, Master Bruce?
To bring ourselves back. Pick ourselves back up again.
I still haven't actually seen Insidious. I know it's quite mixed in opinion.
I think
a lot of people that I respect have said that it's actually a good horror. So
I think I think it's very overrated. I don't think it's a perfect movie by any means.
I've heard that it actually focuses on character.
Yes, I'd say
which
so.
is, in my opinion, the key. The linchpin of good horror makes you care about the characters and the family.
The ending gets quite silly. I won't really... so I'm not going to spoil anything, but...
I've seen Darth Maul jumping around places. I've seen, obviously, the twist ending with Patrick Wilson's character. Yeah. Because, obviously, it's in loads of lists of when I've been researching horror stuff.
Look at this
noises.
How do I...
Sprouting, splashing, soaking, innards, evoking, nailing, never stops the choking. Sounds like
really beautiful.
The Poco rap.
Electro, Dinklet, Nidoran, Mankey, Venusaur, Rattata.
Never stops the choking.
Oh my god! Holy shit! Holy shit! Oh my fucking god! Ah!
Don't run at it, go at the door.
Ah!
Innards, choking, splashing.
I'm fucking terrified.
Keep going.
Ah!
Keep going. Turn around.
I don't want to turn around.
Well, don't stop. You kept stopping without turning around. Oh, yeah,
Oh shit! She's there. Oh my god! What do? We need a gun or something?
Yeah, just keep.
Oh god!
Keep on keeping on, man.
Ah! I'm not turning around. Ah! I'm terrified.
Oh, the slime slows you down, man.
What the fuck do I do? How do I get... I want to die. I don't know where I am. Help me.
You might if you get caught.
Oh, fucking hell. Why is she some random bayonet bitch? I
think it's still there.
It's a 2D fucking...
Oh, God.
Oh, there's going to be more,
That's a dead end. That's a dead end. That's a dead end.
Oh, fuck, I'm here. Ah! I keep getting stuck. I keep getting stuck. I keep fucking... Fuck me. Kill
This
me.
is when we learn that this is...
That dead end? Yeah, and I'm going for it. Fuck it. Oh,
I think
it's a
it might
dead
not
end.
be. It might not
Oh,
be.
bitch! Bitch!
I think you did it. I think you did right. I think you did good.
Can I just get to a point where...
Oh, this is room 70. No, you're not safe. Keep going. There's still slime. You can't possibly be safe.
Ah, bitch.
This is the giveaway that we know you don't play any keyboard and mouse. You can't turn around corners.
There's gonna be another. Are we count that as a jump scare, by the way? Did you write that down?
Oh yeah.
I'm fucking. Oh god, not another one. It's the same room.
You went the same way as you did last time. I
I'm
don't know if
going
that
to-
was a good idea.
Ah, be fine.
Oh no, it looks like he was. I couldn't see it when you were facing the other way.
Oh,
Maybe-
that bitch.
That's probably
that fucking
still there,
bitch. That fucking bitch. Oh my god, move! Yeah, I really don't want to turn around.
Probably the other one.
Fucking move!
It was the other one. Turn around. You got the wrong way. You gotta go back.
You know what, bitch? Fuck you.
Just go.
Ah!
Oh, I got you from so far away. What an asshole.
Ah, you know what? You can chase me all you want. But
What
at
should we
least
call this guy?
I'm
gonna call him Snot because he looks like snot
it looks like a woman.
and he leaves lots of
but I'm
green
not gonna...
gunge everywhere. Women can be snot. Don't be sexist.
That's fair. That's fair.
Some women have coronavirus.
It's basically what she is. It's just me running from the coronavirus. Anyway, where
Oh,
were
Corona-chan.
we?
Oculus. Mike Flanagan. One of my favourite Mike Flanagan movies was Blumhouse.
Yeah, I've not seen that, but we do like Mike Flanagan. You've introduced me to a lot of his stuff, and he's very talented. I think you said that
We're gonna watch it soon.
Yeah.
Fucking Whiplash was Blumhouse.
Really? Wow, that's not even a horror. I mean, it's kind of like a...
I mean, everyone like gives Blumhouse shit because they've put a lot of trash out, but they've also put some good out.
Yeah.
Unfriended, which was one of the best. No, I'm kidding.
Do you know what? Unfriended, I think, to some
Creep.
point, while that movie's not very Creep.
Creep's Blumhouse.
Oh, Creep's great, yeah.
We love Creep.
Here's the thing. I think that Unfriended is a pretty shit movie, but I like that it was done in the way it was because it was very different.
I still haven't seen it, so I can't really
Okay.
comment. I know the format. It sounds like an interesting
Yeah,
format to do it.
I'd recommend watching it on a laptop or like a computer because it says you are here. I'm not even gonna fucking look. I'm just running. I don't need to get to this.
You're
safe
missing all the
house.
notes, man.
I don't give a shit. I know she's behind me. I don't know how to attack her, so I'm not like. Was there like a?
Get Out was Blumhouse.
Yeah, they
Belko
us-
Experiment was Blumhouse.
us as well. I think.
I assume.
Yeah.
Happy Death Day, Creep 2,
Oh, for fuck's sake, no.
Truth or Dare now. Upgrade that we've said is apparently really
Oh
good.
yeah.
Which ties into something we're going to talk about later because we've recently seen Invisible Man. And it was pretty good.
I really don't like that music sting. I know she's behind me.
Black Klansman.
Oh really?
Black Klansman
Oh,
was
is she
Blumhouse.
still there? You know what? I'm not gonna fucking look. What am I doing? What's that music?
Something whistling.
I'm terrified. Oh my god, I am fucking terrified.
I like to think it's just Spooky fucking with you.
I don't like her.
Don't be a dick to Spooky.
I think she needs some manners.
Sounds if Black Klansman's Blumhouse.
Yeah, it's interesting. I would have thought like Spike Lee would be able to like he's obviously kind of like a director who's got a lot of money and influence. I'm like, how's he? I mean, fair enough.
Cam, which was a Netflix horror recently that was
Yeah,
actually
I've
pretty
not
good.
seen that. I've heard it's decent.
It was pretty good. It was a lot more than I expected it to be. It was very low budget, very small scale, and it was actually quite psychological and not very jumpy, which I liked.
That's good.
Would probably recommend it. Certainly wouldn't give it any awards, but I would probably recommend it.
Yeah.
Glass, Blumhouse.
Oh, really? Yeah, makes sense.
Happy Death Day 2, you obviously. And then we're up to date with the beautiful last 3 entries of Blumhouse, which were
What's it? Oh.
Black Christmas.
Oh my god, I'm gonna do a video on that at some point. I think.
A rather small round.
Yep.
Fantasy Island. And The Invisible Man.
That's better.
Oh, thank God. This is a safe house, right?
Yeah.
Give me the power
Oh.
of Christ. Ink, not quite quenching my thirst. Taste is terrible. Stains are terrible. I don't think drinking it was a very romantic idea. Was it that woman? The snot girl? I don't particularly want to...
Don't drink Snot Girl, kids.
So she must have stopped following us at this point, so that's good. That's a good thing.
So yeah, that weird list of Blumhouse we've just done has taken us right up to The Invisible Man, which we just saw.
Yes. It was very invisible, wasn't it?
Preface The Invisible Man while running away from scary monsters.
Okay,
For the
well-
lovely audience, Sam.
Elizabeth Moss is a lady who is in a very abusive relationship with a man named... her character's name is Cecilia. Her husband is called...
I think you're fine.
Adrian Griffin.
Husband is called...
Yeah, he's
Adrian.
He's an inventor. He works in optics and such, and he's quite rich. He's quite influential. And Cecilia is being abused by him, and she escapes, and she goes to live with her friend and his daughter. Obviously, it's a horrible relationship she's been in. She's very upset. She's very distraught, and she finds out it is. I'm stalling. I'm scared.
Back the way you key. I can't do the fucking voice now.
Adrian commits suicide. He commits suicide. Or so we think. And she's like, oh, everything's fine now. But then she finds out that there's a strange presence watching her, which you could say is an invisible presence, and it may or may not.
Say it's an invisible man.
I was getting to that.
Can't do it.
You may. No, the power of three. You may. Who may be Adrian. Her. Oh no, I fucked that up. I lost my train of thought.
Don't blame me for this. That was self-indulgence.
Well, that's it now. But yeah, that's essentially the plot. It's.
I like the shape of that fire. Makes like a nice little perfect. Oval,
I'm burning.
Turn around, there's a monster there.
Fuck you. It's kind of, well, the idea comes from the H.G. Wells Invisible Man, which is the old monster movie, you know. But it's very different. It's a really, really big reimagining of the character and the story. You could say it just takes the title, really. It's very different. It's not part of this dark universe thing. Directed by Lee Wennell, who wrote some of the Insidious movies. He was in Saw. He had a big presence behind that, and he did Upgrade, which I heard is very good. That's basically the premise and all that. What did you think of The Invisible Man, Shaq?
I was very surprisingly entertained by it. I mean, I was quite excited for it to begin with. From the trailer, it looked pretty good. It had Oliver Jackson Cohen, whose name I got wrong in the last podcast, who I was excited to see because he's fantastic in Haunting of Hill House. We all love Elizabeth Moss. She's
a great actress.
She's a good girl.
It's very green in here. The vegans are coming.
Run.
Anyway, you're saying. Oh fuck.
Nah, it'll be fine.
Nah, it'll be fine.
Anyway,
if you can't see, you can't run.
You were saying.
I was just going to see what else Lee Wennell did.
Yeah, he's wrote a lot of stuff.
He was the co-writer of the 2014 film Cooties.
Oh my god! Let's write that one down. 5 jump scares.
5? That's only 5 in 115 rooms. Like,
we're not going to get to 57, are we?
That's less than the first 3 minutes of Annabelle creation.
We'll get to that.
My fucking god, guys. Do not watch Annabelle creation.
But yeah, he directed the third Insidious movie, but I know he wrote them all. But I think it was James Wan who directed the first, because they're big partners, those two. I think he has a small role in Aquaman as well. He plays the pilot of that plane. I think it's him.
His first role was in The Matrix Reloaded.
Bruh.
Shiny.
These doors look... Okay, so I have a feeling whenever Dolby go down, there's going to be some shit.
Always supposed to go right, remember? That was the rule.
I broke that rule when you weren't looking.
That's why you were getting attacked by monsters. I didn't get attacked by monsters, I was going right. Oh look, there's something in there.
Come on, bitch. It's Clayface.
Juicy.
It's uh-oh.
There's some black on the wall next to you and kind of worries. Oh, one of them's broke out. Do
we have a weapon?
No.
Why?
Because we're not at that point of the game yet. Horror games are good because they make you worried first.
Hello. Fuck.
See, this is what we're talking about with horror, Sam. You got to build tension first by making the protagonist defenseless. There's a note on that table.
It's gonna be fucking behind me. I know it is.
Well, I mean, we can't just ignore the notes. That's the whole thing. Yeah, well, read it from the side, and then it can't be behind you.
It might just be Ribena.
Read it. Go to the side of the table and read it. Yeah, go that way, so you're facing the corridor, and then read it.
Can't get
Okay, now just read it.
The Deck 5 is growing more and more restless. I told Spook we need more funds for sedatives, but she just laughed and flew into the ceiling. Without more chemicals to keep these things docile, I'm not sure how much longer we can keep them here safely. Generic lab assistant.
I love the name. So, I'm assuming...
Fine. It's totally nothing bad's going to happen as soon as you clock off this note.
So, well, let's figure this out before we do. We only have one exit, and it's back the way we came. Back the way we came. So I guess we've just got to fucking go for the... We haven't got a choice.
Yeah, there's nothing else to do.
Fucking run! Fucking run! Fucking run! Fucking run! Fucking run! I'm not like...
I don't know if that was a good idea.
Oh, that flop.
I would have gone for the middle, though.
Okay. Well, we'll find. Oh, fuck. You know what? I'm just gonna fucking go for it. I don't know what accent I'm doing.
Correct,
It's going...
correct. No, you went left. Why do you like this?
That was a jump scare in itself.
Oh.
Fuck. Oh!
The right has betrayed us. Why have you done this, Ben Shapiro?
Oh, now we're gonna have this following us for like the whole fucking game.
It's like a little spider juicy boy. Spider meat.
Oh, man.
I wonder if it can come through like the black sludge. You know, there's like black sludge places.
Yeah, I imagine that's what was going on with that lady as well, the snot lady. Woo! Anyway, where were we? Oh, Invisible Man, yeah.
Yeah, so we don't want to talk too much about spoilers, but we'll give our like spoiler-free review now, and then we're gonna switch to a bit of Left 4 Dead for the spoilers.
Yes.
So that all of y'all that are bothered about watching us get through Spooky Jumpscare Mansion will not be interrupted or have to skip. But well, do you want to give your spoiler-free opinion first? I think you're on the wrong path. Oh no!
I'm going good.
Look at you.
So
Look at you still not
I'm
beginning to
a
do
pro,
corners.
bro.
It's like your name's Corner, but they're still your biggest weakness.
Yeah. Oh god.
Did I just dox you?
No. Oh fuck.
There might be a note on the table though.
I'm not taking that. Oh, it's following us. Maybe it's not as persistent as not. Well, here's the thing. I thought that in terms of
To the
film,
left, is there another table?
No.
Nah, you're fine.
In terms of filmmaking, it was really, really different and well done to most.
Ooh!
Oh.
Arcade time! Why?
Wait, what? Oh, right, okay.
You're spooky. Gotta Pac-Man that shit.
I do love a bit of Pac-Man.
Oh, I guess you're one of the ghosts.
Wait, what?
Yeah, you're spooky. Like, there's Pac-Man. You're not playing Pac-Man. You're playing spooky.
Oh, have I got to get...
I don't know. Do you attack Pac-Man? I don't know. I don't know what the game is.
Hey, we friends.
Do you have to stop him from getting all the things? Hit Pac-Man, see what happens.
I'm going for it. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, that was easy.
Oh, Spooky's great.
Let's play these other ones. So...
More of the spook.
I felt filmmaking-wise, it was... Oh.
Can you left click to stab? Spacebar? Oh, spacebar stab. Oh!
Ah!
Oh! Oh, God! Can we put this on YouTube?
Coronavirus be like...
Me going shopping be like... Get out of my way, boring people! I've got places to be!
Yeah, I think filmmaking-wise, it was...
Oh, you gotta get your blood meter to the top.
Oh, well, I failed that.
Oh, it
had
ran
fun.
out.
We had fun. We can have a go in a minute. Oh, it's too easy. It's too easy. Oh!
But does this mean we won or we lost?
I don't know.
I like that it just changed to spooky anyway.
I'm not fucking looking. I'm not fucking
note
looking.
on the table before we go? Nope. No note.
This was fun.
It's really distracting.
So yeah,
Got some background.
in terms of filmmaking, it was really different and unique. There's a really good scene in the hospital. Oh, it's kind of grainy.
Yes, there's a fantastically choreographed scene in the hospital, which I've heard from other people that have watched Upgrade is similar to a lot of the choreography and fight scenes and that. We'll try not to spoil it too much, but it's kind of in the trailer, so...
There's a lot of really...
It's behind you, I can hear it. Oh no, it's just drums, maybe. Turn around anyway, just to see. Oh, nope. You can do this one.
This was such a surprise that there would be another entry. Another actual entry. One I could admire. But then as suddenly it came, it left. And you disband. Your influence and inspiration will never leave me. That's just cute.
Sound like an Irish pirate.
Yeah, I don't know what I was trying to go for Irish, and then I just kind of gave up halfway.
That was good. It's like an Irish pirate. What's a boy like you want doing being a wiki?
This is amazing. Oh no, maybe not. Yeah, it.
Jack Nicholson's gonna come at you.
Maybe it is. Can I get in there?
Maybe you have to go
Oh, there we are.
back.
Hello. Yeah, there was a lot of... Oh, fan. There was a lot of long takes. What I really liked about the... Hello?
Enter.
Hi.
Hiya.
Hello. Yes. Hello.
Hi. What do you want?
Hello.
Hello.
Yes. Hello.
The music got really ominous. I'm fucking out of here. So yeah, I thought there's a lot of... he uses long takes quite a bit to build up tension. There's bits where she thinks she's being watched, which by the Invisible Man.
Yeah, I put in my Letterboxd review, shameless plug, I said that there's a lot of very... I don't know what the word I used was there. Fitting, but there was a better word than fitting. Let's go Bong Joon-ho and call it a lot of metaphorical takes where the visuals were fitting with what was the character was feeling. There were some very claustrophobic shots, and then there were also some very distant and kind of voyeuristic shots that were like, oh, this is what the character's seeing. But it was never, like, you know, the camera wasn't bobbing up and down or anything, like it was actually a real person. Minecraft blocks. Look.
Hey. Oh, I guess these are developers.
Probably.
Hi! It's Angry Joe.
What an insult to that guy.
It was really good in that way. I was saying to you, I'm not a fan of A Quiet Place, and it's a better Quiet Place movie than A Quiet Place. Like, it utilizes silence and intensity, whereas A Quiet Place, for its gimmick, uses music and sound to create scares. It's like, no, the whole idea is that you're a quiet place. Use the silence to create the scares. It's interesting.
Yeah, The Invisible Man ended up, in certain moments, was a little bit overly aggressive with its jump scares for me.
Yes.
Not as in, oh, they were too scary, but just as in it felt unnecessary. It's like we would have jumped anyway, but then they add, like, really aggressive, non-diegetic sound over top of the jump scare, and it's like, oh, well, now I'm scared, but also a little bit...
Oh, fuck. That's 6.
See? Just a little chirpy noise.
I think you're a bitch.
I think he's a stump.
It's fucking 6. Oh my god! What the fuck? What?
You're going back the other way.
I'm gonna distract them. Fucking move!
You can't get through.
Oh, fuck!
He's inside you now. Just like Jack Torrance.
I'm kind of at 7.
Never feel safe in Spooky's Jumpscare Mansion.
That was spoopy.
Did you switch back?
Yeah. Oh my god. Woo!
So yeah, what the fuck was I saying?
We were talking about the jump scares and stuff.
Yes.
High score. The game.
Loading external assets. Lag. Rebooting. Play.
We're gonna get some good scares. We're gonna get some good
Continue.
footage. Oh, okay.
Button.
So, yeah, jump scares.
Yeah, they were a little bit overly in your face for me, just because I was like, oh, you felt a little bit cheap, but at the same time they did a really good job of building tension, so I kind of gave them a bit of a pass, even though I'm not usually a fan of that kind of thing.
Yeah.
They also weren't continuous with the jump scares.
No,
so.
I don't remember there being that many. It's like a lot of people say Doctor Sleep had so many jump scares.
I'd be willing to say, see, you didn't even get me.
No.
I'd be willing to say
There's-
it was under 10 jump scares.
Yeah. I'd give it a pass on that.
Oh.
And the acting was also brilliant. Elizabeth Moss was amazing. She was very mossy. She was very Elizabeth Moss. I mean, it had a really...
we should have called this creature moss, because it looks like moss. Oh, God, that one actually got me.
9.
It's because I was looking the wrong way. Trying to be safe scared me more than just going forward.
It had a really, really interesting and real portrayal of a domestic abuse relationship.
Yeah, that sounded scary.
Which I think everyone can probably agree with. It really handled it well. It felt real. I don't know. I'm sure you would agree with that. I think we talked about that. It's executed very tastefully.
Oh yeah, definitely. That was definitely the movie's strongest point. Was it very accurately, like uncomfortably realistic depiction of an abusive relationship, and kind of that one got me. Gaslighting. And just the idea of that paranoia of never quite feeling safe and always being kind of a little bit embarrassed.
Yeah.
That other people won't believe you, I guess.
Yeah. Well, that was the whole...
Stay here for a second while I discuss. Let's just wander around. Let's look what's out here. You gonna eat me? Hey.
Oh, it looks like it's snow or something. Yeah, they did.
We're safe in this room. So.
It's probably one of the best portrayals of domestic abuse I've seen in a film in a long time.
It's just like The Room with the spoons.
Oh.
You know the spoons thing in The Room?
What?
You know the spoons thing in The Room? The movie The Room with Tommy Wiseau?
Oh, yeah, God, yeah. I was wondering what you were on about then.
I was like, you know the spoons thing? It's just like that.
I was like, wait, you mean Room or The Room? I always get confused with them. I'm like, no, I've not seen Room.
I mean Room 114.
Oh, that film.
Yes.
Yes. It's one of the best horror movies I've seen in a while. I'll give my thoughts in the spoiler section a bit more, because there are some things I do have problems with, just like a writing standpoint. But it's just well executed. It's a pleasant watch. If I was going to sum it up, my non-spoiler sum up, I'd say it's a good movie. I would recommend, despite me having some problems, as it's definitely worth your time. It's different, it's unique, and if you're a fan of the original character, you might get something out of it still, because it manages to do things on its own and be respectful to that. Oh.
Okay then. Well, isn't that fun?
Someone's got a cough.
What are you all about? Oh, we're back here. Well, we know what to do here.
Yeah.
You up here. Boogly boogly boogly. Oh, scared you. Blah 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 blah. I've done this. Go away. What's this? Can I
I think you need that, yeah.
Yeah, got it. Now I can open the other room. Remember?
Oh, I remember.
The one on the other side was locked. Behind him.
I got that though. I got the card last time and I couldn't open it.
Did you?
Yeah.
Let's try anyway.
Yeah.
Fucking bitch was right. Did you pick this one up?
I don't think I did.
I believe subject 5 is loose. Glass around its container is shattered, and I faintly hear clicking coming from the ceiling. I don't know what will happen now. If it's out and about and alive, then this is probably my last burgling is allowed now. General Life Assistant number 2. Because I can't be the first one because I've got a different voice. Bye!
Run.
Do you want to give your non-spoiler opinion on the things you didn't like? Because you've just given your conclusion.
Oh, right, yeah.
Just for people that don't want to watch the spoilers, then you can say, you know, like the pacing issues and blah, 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 blah,
Yeah.
and then I'll do the same.
Okay.
And then we can cut spoilers
Sure.
in.
There are some things I don't particularly like about it. There's some writing, like, convolutions near the end, which I'll get into in the spoiler section, but they kind of, for me personally, not all the time, but when a film does something quite drastically different, or I don't know, it's more of a personal thing to say. If the story just like shifts in a way, or like a certain technique of filmmaking shifts in a way, not all the time, but it can affect my viewing and just be like, oh, it takes me out of it a little bit. there was a problem with that with the writing in
Oh
this.
fuck!
And
It's like a
three of them.
centipede. Oh god, I hate it. Oh, I really don't like these
Yeah, that was
millipede
horrible.
things. Ugh.
But that's my main issue with it. I have problems with some of the jump scares, I guess, but for the most part, it is a very effective film, and I don't think the writing is too consequential of that. So yes, what would you say, Shaq?
Yes. Does it pause? You want to take over? I'll do mine.
Oh yeah.
I physically can't do that and speak at the same time. I'm too shitting myself about getting eaten by centipedes now. I'll switch back after.
That's fine. It's fine. Let's go for it.
Just very difficult to do. You may have clicked exit.
Oh fuck. Oh fuck.
How sad.
Fucking hell.
So yeah, I mean, I thought it was definitely very good at building tension. It had a very strong cast and a very strong cast of characters. The characterization of each character was pretty effective. Made you actually care about the protagonist. Yeah, I agree. It had kind of some pacing issues, I guess.
Yeah.
Trying to think of what else I thought. Well, I guess my issue with the jump scares a little bit, but not too much.
Yeah, they weren't like massively taking away from the experience for me personally, but yeah. We're going to get into spoilers for The Invisible Man now, so if you want to see the spoilers, carry on. Obviously, if not, this is probably where the podcast ends for you, but we will be doing
This is where you get off, guys.
Yeah. Bye! Go on. Fuck off.
Yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking about. We'll have a part 2 coming up at some point in the next few weeks where we continue talking about modern horror, get into more versatile directors, and maybe even start talking a little bit about comparisons with classic horror.
Yeah.
So we'll get on that and hopefully also finish Spooky's Jumpscare Mansion in the process.
Yes, we hope you've enjoyed.
Bye!
Bye! Au revoir.
I like how they just stuck through the fucking door.
So what is this?
This is a mod of the Left 4 Dead's called Deathcraft, and it's terrific.
Like we're walking then.
I'm walking here.
I think it's just the OG levels, maybe, but
Pac-Man's just in the background.
style to look like Minecraft. I don't know. I haven't played enough to know whether it's a new campaign or whether it's just a skin for the original campaigns. But we'll
whatever it
find
is,
out.
It's cool as hell.
And we've done a lot of games in Minecraft, so we thought, why not keep that going?
Combine them, yeah.
So yeah, this is going to be our spoiler section.
Of Invisible Man.
Look at that sword. I like the bombs, the Minecraft bombs and everything. This is really well done.
Where would you start with this? Because I think some of our criticisms kind of fall into the same place. Because
Bye.
I guess we're getting into plot, but basically, while Shaq plays this, I'll kind of explain the.
Yeah, I'm going to be distracted trying not to die a little
So
bit.
I'll-
Oh god, look, that's a special, I guess. Or is he just in like a special armor? I guess he's
There's
just in
only
a special
one suit, yeah.
armor.
I'll explain.
Oh, that one's in the gold armor and everything.
I'll explain the spoiler bits. Obviously, if you've watched it, you'll probably know, but we'll kind
Can't
of
press
go
the
through
button
those little
anymore.
bits. Essentially, Adrian didn't commit suicide. He uses this suit that he created to turn himself invisible, and he stalks Cecilia.
But possibly. That's,
Yeah,
that's a part of it. But yeah, that's what it's implied.
She's obviously trying to get. Well, we find out that she's
You
pregnant.
guys not open fucking doors? Come on.
Oh no, because she thinks she's crazy. She finds the suit. Like she says to her friend James, "Oh, you know the suit, blah blah blah." Like, no, I don't believe you. Goes to her sister and says, "Oh, look, that's a really fucking cool scene." The scene where they're in the restaurant, the sister just trying to explain to her, and then her sister's neck is just slit by Adrian, obviously, but it's made to look like Cecilia did it.
Floating knife.
And it was a fucking great scene. That was just like, whoa.
Yeah, well, it's just a floating knife, and then he like throws it, and she
It was very
catches
quick.
it.
Yeah, it was very quick,
Yeah.
and it was yeah.
She just
and then,
like automatically catches it because that's what you would do when someone drops a knife in front of you.
yeah.
But then obviously her prints
Wait,
are on it.
didn't the knife go into her hand? Into her hand. I swear the knife slipped into her hand.
I thought he dropped it and she went and grabbed it herself.
Oh, maybe. Yeah.
I thought
yeah.
that was the thing. Is that's like, you know, if you saw a cup and then the cup dropped, you'd go.
Yeah,
So
reflex.
it felt like
yeah.
a reflex thing that he used a reflex to, but he might have jammed it in her hand. I'm not 100% sure.
Well, basically,
I
she
like
gets-
the idea that it was her that kind of did it to herself, but
Yeah.
either way, it's still the same vibe.
Basically, she gets framed for the murder. She gets sent to a hospital.
I like the spit as a skeleton.
Oh yeah.
That's fun. Oh god, I'm in it. I forgot. Boomer. Boomer's my
like that.
creeper. That's cool.
Arthur? Who? Oh, Adrian's brother. I call him Arthur. Adrian's brother, who's a lawyer.
Spider's the jockey.
I like that. That's cool.
Oh, this is a really good mod.
One of the biggest things that really took me out was near the ending when things became quite convoluted with the plot. Obviously, the brother is blamed for it, and it turns out that Adrian was being kidnapped by the brother.
Adrian did it.
Yeah, and Cecilia's like, no, I'm not having this. This
A
was
nice picture.
It is. It's cute. This was fine until. Here's the thing: if he commits suicide,
Oh, it's Man Bear Pig. What the fuck is
Man
that?
Bear Pig.
Is that an actual
Material.
thing that's in Minecraft?
Yeah, they do have them zombie pig ones. They're in the end, I think. When you get
Oh.
to the end, not the end. They never. The whole, I think it got very convoluted, and I'm sure we kind of said similar things. I think like the whole thing with the brother like being the one, and
Well, it
Adrian
just
was
gets to the point
kidnapped.
where you can believe it all, but it's like, would the police believe it all? Why are the police
press,
not asking
yeah,
questions?
like there's an article that was released and stuff, and it's like, was this
Like,
planned? Yeah.
For a while, I was like, oh, well, maybe the police didn't know that he'd faked his death, and just the brother and him did it, and didn't tell the police. They just made her think that he died. But then I was like, well, no, because she ends up getting arrested, and the police say that he's dead, so the police also think that Adrian's dead.
So yeah,
So I was
it's
like, how did they do that? I guess they just told them he died, but there was no body. Which
Dale
is
was
weird.
like, oh, maybe they paid him off, and I'm like, yeah, but like, can we get some explanation?
Yeah, it's like, it wouldn't be hard. Like, I'm not saying don't over convolute it by
No,
jamming
no.
everything in there.
No.
But it wouldn't be hard to put
Just
in a
something.
throwaway line that was like, oh yeah, these guys were in on it, or just have it like,
Yeah.
you know, oh, we did it this way and they didn't ask any questions. It would have been really easy if they'd said that there were a couple of police guys in on it,
Yeah.
and then those were the police guys that got took out in that really cool action scene.
Yeah.
So he's like mopping up the evidence, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That would have made sense.
But then there's like,
I don't know.
is there a lot of incentive for the brother to do it? I guess for the money. But then like,
Well, I think the brother was genuinely honest when he was saying he's controlled me since I was a kid. I think the
Yeah.
brother's a bit of a whip, like. Yeah, I don't think the brother has much agency of his own. He just does what Adrian tells him to do.
yeah,
He,
was
was
wonderfully acted. the
a
brother,
green
by
the
the way.
worm tongue kind of character. You know?
Yeah. We get to the ending where Cecilia's like, okay, so Adrian's like free. He's back in his house. And
Did
she
we
says,
say what happened to the brother? Oh, Enderman.
Oh yeah,
I wonder what that is.
he does get shot and killed by
Oh,
Cecilia.
Enderman's a smoker, apparently.
Okay.
I wanted to see what it looked like when the tongue came out, but never mind.
Yeah, the ending's not bad per se. It's more how it was done, I think. She goes back to the house where they live because Adrian has been... Well, he was kidnapped to the public eye, and so she goes back and he's like, cool, you know, we can start again and stuff. He makes her some food and... You know she's planning something. She's got James, her friend outside, who's a cop, listening in the conversation.
What do I press?
And she's trying to get, like, the confession out of him. You know, he did it, it wasn't your brother and all that. He's like,
Oh,
no, I didn't
that.
do it.
Fun.
And she goes into her bedroom, the bathroom, because she's been crying to clean up. She gets in the suit and kills Adrian. Oh. She gets in the suit and
I
kills
have
Adrian.
to get through those doors, but I have no idea how.
Can you not chop down the fence?
No.
No.
It's not Minecraft, is it?
No.
Sadly, despite looking like Minecraft, it has different physics. But there's an arrow there. Maybe I go around?
Yes, she basically kills Adrian with the invisible suit, and he dies, blah, blah, blah. And
Well, she makes it look like he's killed himself.
yes, in the camera. But what was really strange was that she goes into the bathroom, and I presumed, after she goes into the bathroom, that she puts on the suit, she's going to kill him. And she
What's
does.
that to do with this?
However, literally in the next shot, I think, where the way it was edited was that he's dying on the floor,
and then she comes from the bathroom. It's like, oh god, Adrian, and I was like, wait, is there someone else helping her? Because how would she? It just seemed really weird, the editing. Like, I guess I get that it did happen, but she killed him. He's dying on the floor after his throat's been slit. She runs back into the bathroom, I guess, with the invisible suit on, takes it off, and then runs back in. Like, I can believe that. It just happened very quick, and the way I read it was that, oh, there's someone else with her. It was just how it kind of went from shot to shot, and I was like, oh, I don't know. I just think it was a very weird editing choice. Like, I'm sure there were other ways of doing it. It just felt very strange to me. I still like the ending. I just felt that editing choice was a bit weird for me. It didn't agree with me. It was something that took me out of it a little bit. I was like, what? And I was confused. But then she gets away and she's like, oh, look, he killed himself. At least he's gone now. And she kind of walks off very triumphantly, and that's how it ends. But I mean, the ending's good.
There's a witch somewhere.
You've kind of got your own problems with the ending, haven't you? I think you were saying that it's kind of weird that she just left.
Well, she obviously stages his suicide and makes it look like he's killed himself.
Yeah.
And then she calls the police and reports it. And then she just leaves the scene of the crime and leaves her police friend there to deal with it. And it's like, oh, well, obviously they're going to want to ask you questions because you were there and you called it in.
Yeah.
So isn't that going to look incredibly shady when they're like, oh, why did you just walk away? Like, you didn't give a shit that he just killed himself. But yeah, obviously when they arrested the brother, it's pretty evident that there is a real suit that made the brother invisible. The police know that. So
you would think
it seems really easy for them to be like, wow, it looks like he kind of didn't kill himself on the video. It looks like he's struggling not to kill himself, almost like something else is controlling his hand. Also, they're in that house where that invisible suit was
made, yeah. Yes.
Is this the safe house?
And when he dies, he's literally like falls to the floor and he's choking. Like if someone, I don't know, I mean, maybe it's a bit of a nitpick, but when someone kills himself by slitting their own throat, I guess they'd just be like, I'm doing the actions now. You obviously can't see them. They just kind of like slit their own throat and they kind of just sit there and let it happen. He's like on the floor, grabbing his throat. And like, I guess it would hurt, so I guess you could believe that. But
yeah, I don't know.
It doesn't look like suicide in that way. I don't know. That's a nitpick. It probably.
I don't think they could help being in pain.
No, exactly. That's what I was going to say.
Golem's a tank. He can't get in here though. Lol. Oh, he's in here. He's in here. He's in here.
No, I
made a terrible mistake.
I like that he's just chilling. Is that Alice? It is.
It
Alice,
is, yeah.
isn't it?
I guess he's dead.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess. Yeah, I get what you're saying. You'd still be in pain, so I understand that. But it just seemed that something I thought.
Yeah, well, it's like the BoJack thing, isn't it? The view from halfway down. There's a lot of people that kill themselves and then instantly regret it.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't find that too hard to believe.
No, I didn't. It was just something that's kind of crossed my mind as we were talking about then.
Thank you.
But yeah.
Oh, you're healing yourself. I thought he was healing me. Selfish dick.
I think that's the thing. I think it's a great movie, but as it gets to the end, it comes convoluted and it lost me a little bit. And I was like, I don't mind this if you could explain it. And you could say, yeah, you could explain it outside the film, but tell me in the film because I've just kind of dropped out of it a little bit. I'll be like, okay, that makes sense. Put me back in. I would probably say that this is a very, very good movie, and I'm glad the risk it took. I'm glad it reimagined this story and this character, despite that convolution. But I'd say, despite those flaws, I still think it's a very good movie, and I would recommend, sure, despite those little nitpicks. I gave it a 7 out of 10 on...
Oh, fuck.
Oh my god. Yeah, I gave it a 7 out of 10 on Letterboxd.
7 out of 10.
But I'd probably closer to an 8 than a 6. So yeah.
We do that every fucking episode.
Yeah. I definitely say I preferred it. It's up there. It's probably like my second favourite film of the year so far. The Gentleman being the top. But yeah, really solid movie for sure. Despite those problems, it was different. It did something that I think a lot of people didn't expect. So
will this get me there? If I sneak around, can I get there?
Bruh. So yeah.
Yeah, I think I agreed with you. I was between a 7 and an 8, I guess. I mean, I certainly wouldn't call it an 8 out of 10 movie. The letterbox review system's weird. Like, a 4-star thing doesn't seem too glaringly positive to me.
Yeah.
But I guess oh, maybe I can climb over. Ha ha! Nailed it. Finally. Yeah, a 4-star review doesn't seem really super positive to me. But when you say it as an 8 out of 10, it sounds pretty positive.
Yeah.
Okay, well, never mind. Got me anyway. Where's the safe room? Where's the fucking safe room? Is this it? No.
But yeah, it's I've got to give it a lot of credit. It did something I don't think anyone really expected. I've got to give credit to Lee Wannell. I think
yeah, well, I went in expecting absolutely nothing, and I came out with a pretty good horror movie.
Yeah, it was solid. It was solid. Oh god. Yeah, it was very solid. Kind of really happy with it, to be honest. Yeah, I'd recommend to anyone listening, go watch it. I know it kind of like spoil a bit, but
yeah. I mean, go watch it anyway. We didn't spoil everything.
No. It's something that I think you have to experience.
Okay, bye.
Bye.